The NNSCRA Offline and Online Racing at its best presents Speed World.
Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina is the location for stop number 29 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series, which we're set for here for racing today. In the running of the Mellow Yellow 500s, we are set for 40 laps of action on this mile-and-a-half racetrack in beautiful Concord, North Carolina, which is just near Charlotte, as a matter of fact. So here's your starting line for today's running event. On the pole, it is car number 30. This is the Pennzoil Pontiac, the winner of the last race in the tour at North Wilkesboro. It is Zachary Fitzwater continuing to ride the crest away from that win at the Holly Farms 400. He's alongside Kyler Sestre in car number 12, the main tail straight Arrow Ford. Second row is car 71, Hiccup Bush in the Olive Garden Chevrolet, and beside him is number 94, three-time winner so far this season, Jessica Shelton, the Batman Forever McDonald's Ford. Going to row number 3, it's car 24, Caleb Fogler, the DuPont Chevrolet, and beside him is car number 25, Colin Cropley. Each have won twice this season so far. Next row down is car 18, it is Nathan Orman, the Interstate Battery Chevrolet, and number 42, Kyle Matthews, three-time winner this season so far, and points leader coming in this event by a scant 13 points. Going to row number 4, it's car 77, the driver running currently number 5 in the points. It is Laura Chung, the U.S. Air Jasper Engines Federal Mogul Ford. And number 75, number 3 in points this season coming in this event, Casey Hoyt, the 75 Factory Source of America Ford. Going to row number 6, it's car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford of Keith Batson, one of our in-car cameras in today's race. He's flanked by number 87, it is Christian Brackett in the Burger King Chevrolet. Next row down is number 43, the iconic STP Pontiac of Matt McIntyre. He's flanked by number 9, the winner at the second Talladega race this season. It is Emmanuel Hartnett, the Span Milling Performance Ford. Next row down is car number 88, the Texaco Haviland Ford. The second one, it's Cat Batson behind the wheel. And number 22, the winner going for the Charlotte Sweep, it's Dylan Poteet, the MBNA Pontiac, car number 22. He won the 600 earlier this season. Next row down is car number 33, Reggie Fogelman, who won at Richmond this season in the second Richmond event this season. The Skull Bandit Chevrolet car 33, and number 26, Quaker State Ford of Daniel Voyle sitting alongside. Next row down is car number 19, Carson Gum in the Hell Source Ford, and number 31, the winner of the first Michigan race this season, Rafael LaDuke in the Hardee's Chevrolet car 31. Next round is the winner at the first Bristol event this season. It is Eric Sadler, the Smokin' Joe's Ford, car 23, and the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, car number 3. Currently now number 2 in the points. It's Cole Deaver. He won the Pepsi 400 at Daytona, and he also won the second Martinsville race this season. Next round is car number 11, Seth Cole, the Lowe's Ford, and the number 2, Miller Genuine Draft Ford of Dylan Young, 4-time winner this season so far. He currently sits right now number 7 in the points. Next round is number 21. It is Quentin Moore to Sitco Ford, and number 15, Alex Miller, who got his very first career victory here at Charlotte in season 25, the number 15 Quality Care Ford. Next round is number 5. It is Phil Parker, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet, and number 8, Joshua Osborne, and Ray Best's Ford, car number 8, the Daytona 500 winner, and the second Michigan winner this season. Next round is number 16. It is Ali Liard, the Southern 500 winner at Darlington, and number 4, Eric Monaco, the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Next round has number 41, it is Sarah Eisner in the Kodiak Chevrolet, and beside her, I should say, is 37, James Henry. Number 4 in the points currently this season. He won at Indianapolis, Little Caesars Kmart Ford. Next row down is number 17, Western Auto Chevrolet of Mitchell Hodak, and number 40, Kendall Motor Oil Pontiac of Sean Galligan. Next row down is number 6, the Valvoline Ford of Nathan Hudson, and number 81, it is Samet Oscon, the TIC Financial Systems Ford. He won at Milwaukee this season. Next round, Jeff Leinbach, number 90, the Heilig Myers Ford, and number 98, RCA Ford of Connor Breton. Next round has number 1, Trent Dunham, the Skull Band Classic Ford, and number 29, the winner of the first Talladega race this season, it is Max Anderson, the Meineke Muffler Chevrolet, and starting shotgun in the field is car number 7. It is Alexander Rowe, the XI Batteries Ford, and number 10, Tide Ford of Michael Turner, starting shotgun in the field here at this event. So that's your starting lineup for the Mellow Yellow 500. Here as the command is about to be given to fire the engines for this event, and here comes the command to fire them up.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, start your engine!
Command getting the part of engines as we're set racing here today. Racing about to lead the field off a pit road for the base up. Back for the start of the race right after this. Field rolling through turns number 3 and 4 right now, and what is Keith Batson doing in car 28 there? Him and it's the 87 car. It's Christian Bracken who's on the racetrack right on the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like he's gonna come down pit road before the green flag falls. Meantime, the green flag's going to fall on this race here as the green flag flies and the Mellow Yellow 500 is underway. And look at the start that Zachary Fitzwater got on Kyler Sustre. Down the backstretch they come here. Fitzwater to the low side, high side has the lead. He'll block Hiccup Bush, or tries to block Hiccup Bush. Come off turn number 4. Bush to the low side. Fitzwater on the high side. Who's going to lead the first lap here? Fogler goes to the low side, tries to get a look on Hiccup Bush, and Hiccup Bush will lead the first lap of the event. But he's on the middle of the racetrack right there between him and Fitzwater and Fogler. Fogler's going to take the lead off turn number 2. The DuPont Chevrolet, but Bush is not going to give up on that. Get that high side lane up, or I should say, middle of the track up. And somebody's ahead. That's Christian Bracken, and they're going to have to catch him here on lap number 2. Christian Bracken, I think, is a lap down. He's on the tail end lead lap for only for a moment, because here comes the 18 and Nathan Orman to the low side, and Orman's going to pass the 87 car, and it's going to be Orman leading lap number 3 of this event here at Charlotte. Last time he was here for the Coca-Cola 600, we had 47 lead changes in the 60-lap event, and I have a feeling we may have about maybe 25 or 30 is going to be my guess for this event. But Orman has the lead. Here comes Laura Chung. She's got the lead for the time being, but here comes Keith Batson, car 28 Texaco Haviland Ford. Chung came in as race number 5 in the points, but she's 2 points ahead of 7th place there. That 7th place driver being Dylan Young. And 6th place will be Joshua Osborne, who about a couple races ago was 2nd place in the points. They're about to catch Kyle Matthews. Then he had a bad outing, I think, at Martinsville. And then that shuffled the points up there, and then points shuffled again at North Wilkesboro, the last race we brought to you on the tour. We had a massive wreck fest in that event. And Kat Batson has the lead right now for the 88 Texaco Haviland Ford, and is she going to lead that lap over Reggie Fogelman? Yes, she will, by just barely. And here comes Carson Gum to the low side. He's going to have second position over Batson, and it's going to be pushed by the 23 car of Eric Sadler. Sadler having quietly a decent season. I think he's barely in the top 20 in the point standings coming into this event, and he won at Bristol last race. He won at Bristol earlier in the season, the day race at Bristol. His first ever win in that series. He's also a veteran in the Duracell Next Gen Cup Series, and he's down the low side. He's going to take the position away from Carson Gunn. Is going to lead for a minute, but here comes the head honcho of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, to the low side, the 11 car. He's got the push from Quentin Moore in car 21, the Citgo Ford. Quentin, we mentioned, is going to be switching teams next season. He'll be in the 75 Remington car next season when we go to the 1996 Winston Cup car set. Phil Parker, second position right now, second car in line, along with Ali Liara. Number 3 in points right there. That's the 75 car of Casey Hoyt. He's not yet won in this series, and that first win cannot be far away for Casey Hoyt. I mean, he's had a couple races that kind of got away from him in his quest to find victory lane. Hoyt trying for second position right now. We mentioned the points that are coming in. Kyle Matthews has the lead by 13 points over Cole Deaver. That's 13 positions the way the points are, as we explained at Dover. The points are 1 point per position, so 13 points is not what it used to be. It's now 13 points is now 13 positions, and that's 1 point per position. So for drivers like Cole Deaver, James Henry, Laura Chung, and Casey Hoyt, nothing. It's gonna be like nothing against Kyle Matthews, but they're going to hope for some bad luck out of Kyle, and for those 4 drivers to finish ahead of him. Well, I should say 6 drivers now, because Joshua Osborne and Dylan Young are actually 2 points behind Laura Chung. Let me rephrase that. Osborne is 1 point behind Chung, and Young's 2 points behind Chung, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So positions 2 through 8 is a bit of a shuffle here. Daniel Voiles had the lead there. Now here comes Raphael Leduc, the winner of the first race at Michigan this season. And we mentioned Kyle Matthews. Well, there he is in the pumpkin on the hood of that machine. He debuted this team at North Wilkesboro this season. And here he is, about to try to go for the lead at Charlotte and maybe get the 1 bonus point he needs for leading at least a lap. It's going to be hard to tell to see who leads the most laps in this event for the 1 extra bonus point. Matthews has the lead, but here comes Salmon Ozcon, the man who dominated at Milwaukee in the Sears Die Hard 250. And he's got Caleb Fogler down the low side. Fogler going to try to see if he can try to take the lead on this lap here. Hiccup Bush, who led the first lap of this event. And the 71 Olive Garden machine has 2nd position now for the time being, and tries to take and now moves to the inside of the Jeff Gordon colors of Caleb Fogler. Nowhere as whether or not Fogler wants to return to the 24 ride this season, or next season, I should say, for season 39. We do know the third driver in line, Dylan Young, the number 2 car, is going to stay in this ride next season, but with a different paint scheme in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. And these are 2 of the drivers we talked about right there. Dylan Young in the 2 and Joshua Osborne in the 8. Osborne started off fast, winning the Daytona 500. He also won the 2nd race at Michigan this season, and he has since kind of been up and down a little bit there. The man out of the state of Kentucky, Young on the high side out of the state of Florida. And both trying to get themselves into the points chase here. Osborne's only won twice this season. Young's won 4 times, leads the category, or leads the series, I should say, and wins. Sean Galligan led the last time by. Now Osborne, he wants to get that 1 bonus point for leading a lap. And if you remember the Winston All-Star race, you know the name Jeff Leinbach. Well, guess what? Jeff Leinbach is in 2nd place right now, and you remember he won the Winston Open and the first segment of the Winston, and he got so close to winning the whole shebang, only to get past with 2 laps to go, only to get past on the final lap by Cole Deaver for the win. So Jeff Leinbach obviously knows his way around Charlotte in this series right there. One of the rookies in the field there, the Heilig-Myers Ford. And he, for now, has got a pretty good run going on right now, but the bad news for Jeff, he's on the high side right now behind Eric Monaco in car number 4. And Monaco led the last time by. Now Connor Breton in the RCA DSS Ford has the lead for the time being, but here comes number 7, Alexander Rowe, who started next to last in the field. And he's got one of the best, Jessica Shelton, the defending series champion, behind. Jessica driving the Thunderbat. She's drove that Thunderbat to 3 wins this season. She won the second Pocono race, and she also won the other 2 on road courses, Sonoma and Watkins Glen. The 3rd road race win of the season went to Dylan Young at Riverside. And here comes Carson Gum down the left side. Carson's going to take the lead away from Shelton, and as they come off the 4th turn, Eric Sadler and Colin Cropley. Sadler in 23, the winner, as we mentioned, the day race at Bristol winner, and Colin Cropley, who won the first Richmond race, and he also won the the first Richmond race, and he also won the 2nd Dover race this season, the Budweiser Chevrolet Car 25. Not sure whether he wants to be back in this ride next season or not. Colin currently sitting in the top 15 of the points chase, having a decent season. May not be decent by his standards, but still having a really good season so far in the Budweiser Chevrolet. James Henry, car 37, he currently sits number 4 in the points coming into this event. The Kmart Little Caesars Ford colored white this season in this event. This is, by the way, the final night race of the season here at Charlotte Motor Speedway here, as the last 3 races of the season. Rockingham, Phoenix, and Atlanta will all be day races, and as they continue this road to the Castrol GTX Cup Series Championship. James Henry broke through the season with a big victory at the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and he will tell you that's probably the biggest victory he's ever had in the NNSCRA to win at the prestigious Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And here's the man who knows about first-time wins. He did it right here in season 25 at Charlotte. That is Alex Miller, the number 15 quality care Ford. And it's a bit of a disappointing season a little bit for Alex Miller. He last season drove the 33 Skull Bandit machine last season, and this season driving for Ford in the quality care team. He kind of had a little high hopes for this ride, but unfortunately for Miller, it's not been quite the season he won. He's been hoping for. Matt McIntyre goes by, Keith Batson goes by, and how about Michael Turner started this race in last position? He currently sits right now. Let's see. Turner sits in the top 10 right now. There he is, the tied for the Ricky Rudd colors. He was 8th the last time by. Talking about Michael Turner. On board with Keith Batson in car 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford, currently sitting right now. This time by clocked in 3rd position as Matt McIntyre takes the lead in car 3 here with Keith Batson as it happens. These two, Batson and McIntyre, hoping for a win for more of the morale of the team. And there's the second camera riding inside Dylan Poteet's car, the MBNA Pontiac. And he also has the roof cam. The MBNA Pontiac's got the roof cam on that machine. Poteet, 600 winner at Charlotte at the same track this season. Won there, that was the second season in a row. He won here in the 600. Cole Deaver goes by, number 2 driver in the points, and there's the pole sitter, Zachary Fitzwater. And the third in-car camera rides inside the car of Kyle Matthews, and he also has the roof cam. And he is currently sitting right now 41st in the field. And that is not good news for Kyle, obviously. Right behind car 29, Max Anderson, the man who won the Winston 500 at Talladega. And a terrific finish of it at that event, though. You remember that finish right there? Kat Batson looked like she had it all won about halfway between the tri-oval and the start-finish line. Then Max Anderson, then Kat got caught behind the lap car, slowed her down just enough to let Max Anderson just from out of the blue. There's sneak past Batson to win the race. I mean, that was unlike anything I ever seen in Talladega in this series, at least. But that finish had me a little bit on the flabbergasted side per se, but nonetheless, that was the out of the blue move for the win if I ever saw one right there. But Max Anderson did pull that off at Talladega this season in the Winston 500, and probably, in my opinion, probably one of the craziest wins I ever seen in this series this season. You talk about wins, as we mentioned, this man looking for his first one ever, Casey Hoyt, the 75 car, leads right now, but here comes, he's currently sits number 3 in the points, but now in the inside lane comes number 5 in the points, Laura Chung. Hoyt got his lap for leading a lap, for his point for leading a lap, and now Laura wants hers. But not if Connor Breeton's got anything to say about that 98 RCA machine. And this race has flown by. We'll be 29 laps in the books this time by, and 11 laps remaining in the Melliella 500. And Chung gets her lap led right here, and now here comes Alexander Rowe and the outside pole sitter, Collar Sestry. And another driver won the final win here right there. Actually, you got 3 drivers on the inside lane wanting a win. Alexander Rowe, Collar Sestry, and Quentin Moore. And Chung kind of wants a win as well, too. Herself. Alexander Rowe leading that lap, and now 10 laps are remaining here at Charlotte. It'll be interesting to see the way the shuffle goes on right there, how the standings are going to look like coming into this event, or coming out of this event and coming into Rockingham. Which, oh, by the way, remember who the points leader is right there? Well, he's the Rockingham Master as well too. He's won the last, I don't know how many races we had in a row over there. And if he runs anything like he did at Rockingham the last previous times we raced there, that's bad news for the rest of the points contenders there. Kyle Matthews has been superb at Rockingham. But you can bet all the rest of the 41 drivers are going to try to stop him from doing so. You can about bet on that as well too. They are racers, and they try, and you do what you must. You know, no matter how hard, no matter how easy, hard, or monumental the task is. Reggie Fogelman leading the lap. A battle of the green cars going at the 33 and 26 going at it right there. And Daniel Voiles, the Quaker State Ford, has the top spot. And something wrong with Jessica Shelton's car, car 94. And she is out of the draft. I don't know if she made an unscheduled pit stop or what. She is on the tail end of the lead lap in 41st position. She is way off the pace. Hiccup Bush has the lead right now. He led the last time by with now 7 laps remaining. And Nathan Hudson, the Valvoline Ford, he wants to get his first victory of the season. Phil Parker down the left side. Parker got oh so close to victory at North Wilkesboro the last race on the tour, and he smacked the welcome on turn number 2, trying to catch Zachary Fitzwater for the win on the final lap. And Parker, unfortunately for him, ended up losing second. I can't remember. I think it was to James Henry. I think he finished second. Who got him for second. Seth Cole has the lead for the time being. To the low side, he has the lead. But here comes Ali Liara in car 16, the winner at Darlington, the Southern 500. Rafael LeDuc down the low side. 4 car of Eric Monaco. Trent Dunham in car number 1. Dunham won this race last season. Skull Classic Ford. Nathan Orman down the left side, and also Dylan Young. Orman in the 18, Young in the 2. 5 to go, 4.5 now. Monaco pushes LeDuc to the top spot now. Off the 4th turn they come here. Dunham gets past Liara as they come down now for 4 laps to go. Wow. Just some terrific racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Meliella 500, and there's the field. There's the field. You paid your money, now take your choice. And that's what 180 miles an hour plus looks like flying by you going into turn number 1. Here at Charlotte, Trent Dunham has the lead now, but here comes Nathan Orman. Is Orman going to make it 3 wide? He is going to. That is a sketchy move here at Charlotte, and especially with the lap car ahead. And whoa! He pushes Dunham at the high side, and LeDuc gets the back off, and Dunham. A second, and they're going to split Shelton at the middle. This is not going to look good right there. I thought for a minute we were going to have a bad crash going down the front stretch here at Charlotte, but they kept the handle, and Ormond has laid it out and come down for the white flag. 1 to go. Remember, Ormond got close in the Brickyard 400 earlier this season. Can he pull it off for the first time this season? White flag is out. Samet Ozcon. He wants to win this race as well, too. So does Cropley. Off turn number 2, Samet Ozcon, the man who won at Milwaukee earlier this season, looking for win number 2. Cropley, is he going to go to the low side? No, he will not. Ozcon blocks his way, coming off going in turn number 3. And that's going to be all she wrote. Samet Ozcon wins the Mellow Yellow 500 at Milwaukee, or at Charlotte. Where are we, Qualls? Jesus. Samet Ozcon wins the Mellow Yellow 500 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Adding on to his Milwaukee win, ironically enough, adding on to that, the TIC Financial Systems Ford gets the victory here of the day. Average speed 182.654. And that is the caution-free event here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, like we had this race last season. But what a victory for Samet Ozcon here, is improving his Milwaukee wins no fluke, and that's going to help him a bit in the solidify spot in the top 10 in the points as well too. And see all the cars coming in the pits were there. Quentin Moore, Mitchell Hodak. There's Sean Galligan, Sarah Eisner, Jeff Leinbach, Ali Liara, Max Anderson, Seth Cole coming in, Cole Deaver, Bill Parker, Alex Miller. All pulling into the garage areas and preparing for the next race on the tour at Rockingham. But Samet Ozcon's your winner. Second position goes to Colin Cropley. How about Michael Turner from last to third in the final running order? How about that? Eric Sadler comes home in fourth position. Fifth will go to Nathan Orman, who you see coming in the pits right there, along with Colin Cropley, Dylan Young, Trent Dunham, Rafael Leduc, Nathan Hudson, and Kyle Sestre. There's Matt McIntyre as well too. But anyway, but Orman's your fifth place finisher. James Henry, sixth position here today. We didn't talk about him much here today. He ends up finishing sixth. Dylan Young, seventh. Eighth goes to Eric Monaco. Ninth goes to Trent Dunham. And Rafael Leduc ends up finishing in 10th position. Average speed 182.654 miles an hour in this event here. Rest of the finishing one here, Quentin Moore. It's a good solid 11th place run here today. Kyle Sestre, car number 12, finishes number 12 in today's event here. Alexander Rowe started 40th, and he started 41st. He ends up finishing 13th in this event here. Another great move for him. Joshua Osborne, solid 14th here today. 15th goes to Nathan Hudson. Hiccup Bush, 16th. 17th goes to Daniel Boyles. 18th, Casey Hoyt. 19th goes to Kat Batson. And Emmanuel Hartnett ends up finishing in 20th position. 21st will go to Zachary Fitzwater, the pole sitter for the event and winner at North Wilkesboro. Connor Breton, 22nd. Then Matt McIntyre, 23rd. 24th goes to Mitchell Hodak. Sarah Eisner, 25th. Sean Galligan, 26th. 27th goes to Ali Liara. Caleb Fogler ends up finishing in 28th position. 29th goes to Seth Cole. 30th goes to Dylan Poteet. Bill Parker, 31st. Reggie Fogelman, 32nd. Then Keith Batson, Carson Gum, Laura Chung. That's going to hurt her in the points there. She was 5th in points. She ends up finishing 35th. Second place in the points, Cole Deaver, 36th in the event here today. And then Jeff Leinbach, 37th. 38th goes to Max Anderson. Alex Miller, 39th. And it's not until you get to 40th. Yes, I said 40th. Until you see the points leader, Kyle Matthews, way down in 40th position. And last car to finish on the lead lap. That is going to hurt his points lead. I said he was 13 points ahead of the second place driver coming in. And some of the drivers who needed a good run, like Dylan Young and Joshua Osborne, and James Henry, they finished right up there. That's going to shuffle the point standings a bit coming into this event here, coming into Rockingham. That's going to be crazy right to think. Jessica Shelton ends up 41st. Unfortunate run for her, and same with Christian Bracken, who ends up 42nd after making an unscheduled pit stop at the start of this event here. He'll finish 42nd, so all 42 cars finished, and 40 of them finished on the lead lap. But how about that Samet Ozcon? Proving his Milwaukee win middle of the season was no fluke. He ends up getting a victory at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and he said going into this season, he was dedicated to bettering himself in performance this season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and he has backed up what he said easily on that one, with 2 wins on the season for himself. And the margin of victory, 800ths of a second between him and Colin Cropley. What a finish that was here at Charlotte. Charlotte always has some really good racing in this series. I don't care what anybody says on this one. And we'll be looking forward to coming back here in season 39 for the Winston, the Coca-Cola 600, and of course the Meliella 500. So that will do it here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe, become part of the crew of the NNSCRA, and we have everything on the channel. We got in our races, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires to have for his series. And be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Next Gen Cup Series and Duracell Ultra Light Series. And if you want in on future seasons other Duracell Next Gen Cup Series and Duracell Ultra Light Series, be sure to get with Seth and he will get you going on that. Also, be sure to check out other channels from the NSCRA community as well. So that will do it here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. For now, this is James Colson. This has been a production of the NSCRA. Offline and online racing at its best. We'll see you at Rockingham, North Carolina for the AC Delco 400.